Hello, my friends. Happy 2023. Thank you all so much for being here. And I am today going to do a collective card reading and messages for 2023. Okay. And if you're interested in getting your own personal reading for 2023, you can see the details in the comment section after this video, because I will be doing personal readings and have an offer for that as well. And it'll be a 12 card layout that you will receive regarding insight and messages specifically for you for 2023. Okay, so if you're interested in that, stay tuned. And this reading will all be for the collective. Okay, so if you're joining me live, feel free to say hello. And the first thing that I want to say, the first message that I want to get out to everyone is this. So many of us are feeling like we are not yet in 2023. Like, just because the clock struck midnight on January 1st does not mean that we are anchored into the energy of 2023 at this time. And I am one of those people that for sure feel that way. So January for me has always been an inward month, a month of going within, and it takes time to integrate the new energy of the new year and to release and let go of the energy from the previous year, and to take time to reflect and integrate the lessons from 2022 and all of the things that we're meant to do. So if you are not yet in the energy of 2023, like I am not, and that many of my friends around me are not, that is totally fine. And a lot of us are feeling that. Okay, so I just want to express that. And so what you can do at this time for the month of January is your reflection, is your process of letting go, is your process of writing and journaling and setting intentions for 2023 and all of those things. Okay, because just because the day changes and the date on the calendar changes doesn't mean the energy has changed yet. And that is totally what I am feeling. Okay, so on January 22nd, it is the first new moon of 2023 and the Lunar New Year. Interesting enough, it is also my first speaking engagement of 2023. So see how there's all this new energy coming into us on January 22nd? I truly feel like that is when 2023 is going to start for so many of us, on the Lunar New Year, not on the calendar, traditional calendar New Year that says we are at January 4th, 2023. Okay, so feel that out for yourself. Is that true for you as well? Is that true for you? And so going into collective messages, the first message that I received for this reading was the other evening, I think last night, and they said, use your voice. Okay, so big message for 2023 is using your voice and getting it out into the world through all these different platforms. And the thing about that is so many times we use our voice after a time of struggle, right? Or after a hardship, and we look back and we say, wow, this is what I went through. Okay, and here's where I am now. Look at me in all my abundance and all my joy and all my happiness. What they're guiding us to do is use your voice in the moment. Hardships, your struggles, while you're in the middle of them, while you are working your way through them. And for so many of us who are healers and empaths and highly sensitive and have a lot of inner strength and are the strong ones for the people around us, you know what we do? When we move through hardship, we retreat and we withdraw and we go within and we deal with it on our own. Okay, they're asking us to change that energy. They're asking us to, instead of going inward all the time, to allow ourselves to go outward, to express yourself in your moment of truth. Okay, so allow yourself to do that, honor that, shift that energy, and I know for me that has been a huge thing where I share after the fact of a struggle I went through or a health crisis I moved through or a hardship or a relationship issue. I share after the fact. But sharing in the moment when you're in it is so powerful and it's so real and it's so truthful. And we need more of that, okay? Because you don't get on top of the mountain and you don't get all this light coming through you without having gone through so many dark nights of the soul, without having gone through major struggles, major hardships, and it just doesn't work that way, okay? Like, we move through the challenges, we climb up the mountain to get to the top. So if you see people with really strong light, I always ask myself, wow, what challenges did they move through? What hardships did they move through? I wonder what their dark nights of the soul look like. Okay, so know that with great light, with abundance of light, comes the dark nights of the soul and the depth of that. So the deeper you go, the higher you fly. I want you to remember that. The deeper you go, okay, the higher you fly. So people who stay on the surface are not going to soar and fly to the extent of people who are willing to dive deep. Okay? So staying on the surface gets you surface level results. And we all know that we are so beyond that and so much more than that. Okay? So the other message that I received was about the heart and soul of this life. Okay? So allowing yourself, again, to move beyond the physical world and to experience the heart and the soul. To go into the things that are aligned and the places and the people that are aligned with your soul, to listen to the whispers of your heart and to access the wisdom of your soul. Okay, and for many of you who do this work or know about the work that I do, that is the work that I do with my clients, is guiding them into hearing the whispers of the heart, hearing that internal guidance, and allowing the wisdom of your soul to be communicated to you, to tune into your soul. And so many people are not living that way, my friends. Okay, you have to understand that so many people around you are living strictly in the physical world, strictly in the material world, okay, without having access to the spiritual realm, without having access to their heart and soul. And it is so shallow and it is so surface level. And I want you to remember there's so much more for you here to access if you are willing to go there. You have to be willing to open that up. Okay. And it's ever expansive and it's ever deepening and it's ever, growing and challenging and changing in this ever expansive journey of awakening. Without a doubt it is. Okay? So there is that for you. And if you have anything to add or any questions, please feel free. Again, I'm not doing personal readings for this. It is all collective messages that are coming through me to get out to all of you, to give you insight for 2023 and to give you insight for this time leading up to the Lunar New Year, January 22nd, which is when I believe we will be then in the energy of 2023, and that we are not yet there. We are transitioning still from 2022 to 2023, okay? So that being said, I will start pulling cards. And thank you for everyone who is joining me live. Feel free to come back to this video, watch it again, write stuff down, take what resonates for you. The other thing that I'm hearing personally that I think for everyone who is on this timeline, who has done work, who has done healing work, who is on the journey of freedom and sovereignty, this is the year that we fully claim that. This is the year that we achieve and embody and live total freedom and sovereignty. Okay, sovereignty means that no thing or no one is governing over you. That's what sovereignty is. Okay, and freedom and sovereignty are big words for 2023. Okay, so yes, let me know if that resonates for you. And for me, it's achieving all those things personally. So achieving financial freedom for myself, achieving abundance, and I want to say financial health, but like abundance of health and abundance of love, and my sacred partnership and my sacred union, and success in my work that is aligned with my soul. Okay. And that is the ultimate freedom for me. And it's having support from other people, but not being dependent on anyone or anything outside of myself. Okay? Not allowing the government or I want to say bodies or entities outside of myself to rule over me. Okay? Freedom and sovereignty is what I believe many of us will fully embody and live for 2023. So if you are claiming that, affirm that, say yes, comment. And so there's all these different timelines playing out, and I believe that many of us are on that timeline. Total freedom and sovereignty in 2023. Okay. So the first card coming up, okay? The first card coming up is surrender to silence. Surrender to silence. In quiet meditation or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. I did this for about 12 hours last night in silence, going within, in between meditation and sleep, and doing scans on 2022, going through certain situations and gathering what I needed to learn from that, scanning my body. I was doing a ton of scans, a ton of energetic scans in between sleeping, meditation, waking up, all this stuff. And it was this inward journey, and it was very powerful and very beautiful. And then today I feel the need to be outward. Okay, so you always have to honor what's right for you in that day, in that moment, right? And so this surrender to silence in the next 3 weeks is so important, my friends. That meditation, that contemplation, that letting go, okay? And again, we're transitioning from 2022 to 2023, okay? We're not fully in 2023 yet. So surrender to silence. First collective message here. And you get these messages, and then you get to put them into action and honor them or not, right? So you get all the messages. People love getting readings. People love getting messages. But that's only one part. That's only one step, my friends. The second step is doing it. It's putting it into action, putting it into aligned action, okay? And that's another huge message that I'm getting for 2023 is aligned action, from vision to reality. From vision to reality. And what's interesting enough about that, my first speaking engagement of 2023 is January 22nd. And the title for that month at this spiritual community that I'm speaking at is just that. It's from vision to reality. So they know that 2023 is all about action, aligned action, taking your vision, putting it into reality in the physical world, because it doesn't just happen, my friends. We are the ground crew to implement and get those visions built here in the physical world, established here in the physical world. Okay, so if God placed something on your heart and you have a vision to create, develop something, no matter how big it is, that is on your heart, because that is what is yours to do in this lifetime. Got it? Okay, so when I walked the Camino de Santiago in 2015, I started getting downloads of healing centers all across the United States. And it was very clear it wasn't across the world, it was all across the United States. They were downloading that to me. Why? Because that is what I am to do here in this lifetime, throughout the course of my lifetime. And it is up to me to take step after step after step to get that done, and to let go of distractions that are keeping me from God's plan, from the divine plan on my life. Got it, my friends? And all of you have that as well. All of you have that. So, a lot of, I keep writing me plus God, me plus God. That is my 2023, right? And everything that is aligned with the divine plan, and letting go of everything in my life that is not aligned with the divine plan. Okay? And how do I know that? I know that through intuition. I know that through praying about something, meditating about something, getting downloads, getting dreams that are showing me all of it. Okay? And ask for the help and support that you need from your spirit guides, from the angels, from the people around you. Okay? Make sure you ask for the help and support that you need. Next card, surrender fear. Surrender fear. This is a man walking through fire. Okay? Let go of the fearful stories that you are telling yourself. Stay in the moment. Focus on solutions and celebrate every baby step forward. Surrender fear. And the thing about solutions is that's what so many of us are here to do. So we see all this stuff happening in the world. We see people getting sick from cancer and illness and disease. And so many of us are healers. So many of us have knowledge, wisdom, information to give these people that are getting very sick. It is our job. It is our purpose. It is our requirement, I believe, to get that information out in the world so the people who need it can find it. Okay? So know that. So if you see issues and problems and all we're doing is, shining light on the issue and the problem, we have to have the solution. We can't just say, here's a problem. We also have to present a solution. Okay, and I realized that today after I posted something. I posted something about what was going on in the world, and I didn't offer people a solution. And I'm like, okay, I have a lot of wisdom and knowledge. I've worked with a lot of people with a lot of trauma and abuse that have caused cancer and illness and disease in the body because of that being buried within them. I know a lot about nutrition and physical movement and exercise and supplements and all the naturopath doctors I've worked with. I have so much information to give people. And sometimes I feel like I'm giving it to the wrong people. I'm giving it to people who don't want it, right? I'm trying to convince people who don't even want it. And that's not what we're here to do. We're just here to keep getting it out into the world so the people that want the healing work, the people that want the information about natural healing and wellness and, clearing out their energetic blocks and all that stuff, get that out into the world so the people who truly want it can access it and can come to you for the help and support that you can provide them. Got it? Okay. So there, are many people who have this illness, disease, this cancer that are doing all traditional medicine. That's great. And if you have alternative medicine to offer them, or healing or spiritual healing or whatever that is, you need to put that out into the world so the ones who want that can find it from you, can ask you about it, can reach you. Okay? So doing this work, but then you have to get it out on all these different platforms so people can find you. No more hiding, right? That's a big message for 2023. No more hiding. Got it? So as many of you know, I moved from small town Minnesota down to Stillwater in April. Okay? Now I'm moving from Stillwater into the city, and I'm asking why? Why am I going into the city? And they just told me, we need you to reach more people. We need you to be in places where there's more people, right? So that if you're embodying strong light and you cross the paths of people who might be stuck in darkness or in illness or disease, they can see the light, or they can feel the light, or they can reach out to you. Okay, so for me to stay in small town Minnesota isn't right because it's hiding away. Okay, and all I do is I listen and I move accordingly. And for many of you who know this or are healers or other light workers, they move us around a lot. And if you're tuned into that, you listen, right? You listen and you move accordingly because that is alignment, my friends. Okay? So there is that. Allow yourself to be moved by the divine plan. It's a very real thing. And I know that many of you are tuned into it. And if you're not yet tuned into it, you can be. And it's about spiritual practice and prayer and meditation and tuning into your heart and soul to know what you're here for and what's truly right for you. Okay. And the partnership, I'll just say this because it's coming through, sacred union. The partnership of the divine masculine and the divine feminine is a huge part of 2023. Those power couples that are coming together to create businesses and healing centers and online programs and all of that, they're coming together. Okay? They're coming together to do this work in bigger ways, to be more effective, to reach more people, to have more strength together. Okay, so Hieros Gamos, look it up, Heiros and then Gamos. It's about the inner union of the divine feminine and the divine masculine first and foremost before you can achieve it in the outer world, before you can achieve it with another. Hieros Gamos. Okay, so just a couple of things. Brittany, I'm going to tell you what I have to offer. So I do one-on-one sessions, and it's energetic healing, spiritual healing, energetic work over video call online. Okay. I'm in Minnesota. I'm living in Minnesota. That is also very divinely guided. And I'm going to do an offer on personal readings. So if you want a 12 card spread personal reading that gives you insight into 2023, I'm going to post those details in the comment section. Okay. And that reading will be sent to you over email. There's a price for that. And then if you want a live reading with me, a personal live reading, that's a different price, but I will be posting those comments after this video. Okay. And then soon enough, there will be an online program and a program developed to train other healers. I've been getting that hit and that nudge for a long time to develop a healer training program. So that is going to be coming online February or March of 2023. Okay. And just a little personal note, I'm in the process of getting a new base. And a base is so crucial for me to be as effective as I can with my work. When I don't have a base, I'm not. I'm spending too much energy moving around, too much energy. I just get kind of scattered. I do get scattered. And so they are guiding me to a new base where all of my stuff and all of my energy is in, so that I can be very effective in developing and writing and doing everything that needs to be done for 2023. Okay. So, I like to share a little bit of my personal story and where I'm at too. Okay. And it hasn't been easy, my friends. Being without a base for over a month has not been easy. It has been anything but that. And I found very beautiful places to stay and with friends that resonate with me on such a deep soul level. And I'm very, very grateful for that. So there has been beautiful blessings in this hardship and challenge as well. Okay. So next card is surrender your belief in scarcity. So I want to let you know, again, we're in the energy of letting go. We're in between 2022 and 2023. So we're still releasing some of this stuff, my friends. Okay. That's what they're showing. So surrender your belief in scarcity. The universe is asking you to open to the infinite nature of abundance. In this way, you can remove blocks in your life and succeed beyond your wildest dreams. One thing I want to say about this, every woman and every female I've ever worked with has always had blocks in their sacral center. The sacral center is the center of the divine feminine. It is the center of abundance, pleasure, sexuality, and creativity. We have blocks there because of trauma and abuse, because of denying our feminine side. Okay, because of being too much in our masculine in a world that has told us to be masculine. Okay, and that has denied the true divine feminine energy for a long time. Why? Because it is so powerful. And there are so many amazing attributes to the divine feminine, like her ability to connect with the spiritual realm. Okay, that is ever powerful, and oh my God, do we need that in this world? Okay, so clearing out the sacral center is so important. I do that work with every single one of my clients. Okay, so If you're working on your feminine energy, if you're feeling blocks in abundance, any area of your life, abundance, so not just money, but if you are having money blocks, clear out your sacral center. Blocks in sexuality, blocks in creativity, blocks in allowing pleasure in your life or denying yourself of pleasure, trauma and abuse stuff. It doesn't always have to be sexual abuse. It can be any type of trauma and abuse that you've encountered in this life. Work and clear out the sacral center. Reach out to me for a session, okay? I will also post my SoundCloud because I have energy clearings and chakra work recordings on my SoundCloud, and those are free to you. There's like 12 different recordings on there, okay? Okay, so next card for the collective is surrender to trust. Surrender to trust. Here's what it says. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. So you know those times when we want to make a decision and we reach out to our parents, we reach out to our best friend, we reach out to our coworkers and say, what should I do? And they give us all of their opinion on what we should do, what is their reality, what they would do, and then we take that as our truth. That's old energy as well, okay? Not that we can't ask someone's opinion on something, but it really is about what is right for us. And to know that, we have to tune within to our own internal guidance system, okay? And so as much insight as I can give you, it's still about tuning into your own internal guidance system. And I will say in the past that I have had healers and people who have given me insight readings where I took what they said as 100% truth because they were close to me. I trusted them. I trusted their abilities. And I will say that some of those times it led me astray and it led me away from my own internal guidance because I believe that the message that they had was more powerful than what my own heart and soul was telling me. Okay. And I know that some of you have experienced that as well. So nothing overrules your internal guidance system. Nothing or anybody outside of you overrules that. I don't care who they are. Okay. So remember that your own heart and soul will never, ever, ever lead you astray. And that's the work that we're meant to do, is to do the work to be able to tune in to our heart and soul, my friends. Okay. That's the work I do with my clients. That's why I've recorded 200 meditations and have a meditation series available as well, because I know how powerful it is to go within. Okay. So next card for the collective is surrender to passion. What is it that sparks the fire in your belly? Get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. So many people are not aligned with living a passionate life, aligned with living a mediocre life, aligned with just going through the motions, aligned with saying this is good enough, but passion, I still think that's a rare thing. And when someone has that, other people want that, right? And it's up to us to say, I'm going beyond mediocrity and I'm going to live the best possible life. And I'm going to get all the gifts that are buried inside of me and all the talent, and I'm going to live up to my greatest potential. And I'm going to do what I'm passionate about no matter what. All right, my friends? And that choice is yours. Okay? That choice is definitely yours. So do the things or find the things that spark that passion, that spark that fire. Try new things. Okay? All right. So on to the next. Let me see if there's any other messages that I want to get out to you. Healing work, my friends. Healing work will change your life. I know it's scary to go into, oh my God, what's buried inside of me? Or if I go into this trauma that I have buried inside of me, am I ever going to come out of it? And you are. You are. And with the right support and all of that, like it can be cleared from you. You can navigate your way through it and come out the other side. We're not meant to stay stuck in that. Okay, we're not meant to stay stuck in a dark night of a soul, dark nights of our soul. We go through them, we move through them, but we are meant to come out the other side. Okay, and when we come out the other side, there is so much more light, and I want you to know that. So again, the deeper you go, the higher you fly. And you don't even have to go digging for that trauma stuff, because the universe sends you catalysts that's going to trigger it anyway, right? They're going to send people that are going to trigger you. They're going to send situations and circumstances to show you where there is more work to do, where there is something that is not yet healed inside of you, where it sparks a memory from childhood and you're like, oh my God, I remember when that teacher said that. I remember when my brother did that to me. I buried that. I still have that inside of me. Let me clear that. Allow me to clear that trauma so that I can, when you clear a block from yourself, my friends, when you clear a trauma or an energetic block, it creates an opening. And then you get to decide what you fill that opening with. Are you going to fill that opening with the same thing, the same energy? Someone who is abusing you or doing traumatic things to you or whatever, or is not aligned with your highest good? Or are you going to fill that opening with abundance and passion and people who are aligned on a soul level for you, soul connections? What are you going to fill that opening with when you clear a block? Okay, you have to be so conscious and mindful of that, because if you don't fill it with something, just anything is going to come in, and it might be anything that is representative of your past. We don't want to keep living out the past, right? Out with the old, in with the new, my friends. Out with the old, in with the new. Okay? And the reason I do what I do is because healing work absolutely changed my life. So I dove in completely for 6 years out in Colorado, and it sent me on a whole different course, completely changed my life. And that's why I do what I do now with people. And I've learned so much. And I've worked with, wow, the stories I've heard about what people have encountered. You know, the one area I haven't worked much with yet is the military, but I know that I will. In this lifetime, I will be working with the military. And not just military, their families. And the consequence of having someone in the military and what that does to a family or children when people who are in the military haven't dealt with or healed from what they experience, and then it ripples out onto their partners and onto their families. Okay, that is something I will be doing in this lifetime. So Island and Solitude is another card. So going back to the surrender to silence, allow yourself time for solitude. Okay, allow yourself time to be on your own island and reflection and that inner work, the writing, the journaling, the gaining perspective of things, like all of that time with God, yourself and God on the island, solitude. Allow that time and space in your life, especially between now and January 22. Okay, which is again the lunar new moon, or the first new moon of the year, and the lunar new year, which is when 2023 will be fully anchored, I believe, and many other people believe that do this work as well. Okay, so Monica, to answer your question real quick, what brought me to Minnesota? I moved back a few months after COVID, when everything started shutting down in Arizona. I moved back, and it was a huge guidance. Again, I didn't want to be, I wanted to be in an area that felt like freedom. Northern Minnesota, not much was shut down. All the lakes, the summer, it was freedom. I claimed when COVID hit that no matter what, I would keep my freedom, and I declared that to the universe, that no matter what, I would keep my freedom, and I did. I totally did. Even traveled out to California after they opened, and the day I left, the next day they shut down again. And then the day I left Arizona, my gym shut down again. And so it was like all these things happening right behind me. And so I just followed the divine timing and the divine guidance on when to leave an area. Okay. And when I got back to Minnesota with the lakes in the summer, it felt like total freedom for me in many ways. And then I realized that being back in Minnesota, because this is where I was born and raised, these are where my roots are, was very effective for my root chakra. And so it really grounded me. And it is now allowing me to put a lot of things into action, as to where when I lived in Arizona, although I was very light and very fit and very healthy, my root chakra was out of balance there. So I did not put as much stuff into action as I would have liked, because I was so in the higher realms and the higher chakras. The 6th and 7th chakra was very active for me when I lived in Arizona. I was getting downloads all the time. My dreams were crazy. I had all this stuff being channeled through me, downloaded to me, and yet not a strong enough root chakra to put it into action. Okay, so that's what I'll tell you about coming back to my roots. And if you look at where people have been moving back to in the last couple of years or lately, so many people are going back to their roots. So many people are going back to their roots. Okay, and there's a reason for that. For sure, there's a big reason for that. Okay, so eagle and communion is the next one. I love this card. I love this card. So it's a man communing with nature and communing with the eagle. So getting the messages of the eagle. As you know, the eagle is all about freedom, soaring, flying. Okay. I have gotten messages from eagles almost for the last 2 years, where they started showing up in my life while I was driving. They'd be on the side of the road. I was seeing them everywhere, and it was all about time to fly. It is time to fly. Okay. So the eagle, pay attention to if you start seeing eagles, because they're telling you it's time to fly, and they're telling you about freedom. Okay. Very, very powerful spirit animal right there. All right. Okay. So next card. So you know how I'm going to go until my throat starts closing, basically. I start getting hoarse, and then I know it's time to be done. Okay, so I'm going to go until then. And if you need to jump off, I totally respect your time. Feel free to come back on and listen to any of these messages whenever you would like to. Okay, and again, I'm offering personal readings for 2023. It's a 12 card spread that you will receive over email. I'm going to post the details below and the price below. Okay, that is $44 to get that emailed. If you want a live reading, which means over video call, over Zoom, it is $77. You will still get 12 cards. You'll just have more interaction and be able to ask me questions. Okay, that takes, I'll say 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so that is available to all of you who want a personal reading. Next card, music and harmony. Very interesting, because I think harmony might be my word for 2023. I have yet to fully decide, but it keeps coming in. I love choosing a word for the year. So if you haven't yet chosen a word for 2023, feel that out for yourself. Feel that out. Last year, my word was surrender. The year before that, it was brave. And the year before that, it was bold. Okay. So music and harmony. I don't know what I have to say on that, except for music is very healing. And if you're a musician that are not utilizing your talents fully, or have a buried musician living within you, they're nudging us to start playing the music. Okay, like they're nudging me to get a keyboard and start playing piano again when I get my new place. Okay, music is very important. It's very important for the world. It's very important. It's so healing, and it's so uplifting, and it raises the vibration of any space. Music, okay? And harmony, I think of the infinity symbol when I think of harmony. So a lot of times with my clients and in my workshops, I teach about doing the infinity hip circles, literally hip circles, making an infinity symbol. What that does is it opens up the sacral chakra, okay? I need you to record a video of me just doing the infinity hip circles so that all of you can see what I'm talking about. But I think you get the gist. So it's hip circles, but in the infinity symbol. Okay, so your hips are going out and back and around, and then you go deeper and wider as you go. Okay. Marissa, you're saying you have a keyboard for me. See, I love that. I love that. Yes, thank you. I will take that. I will receive that. Absolutely. I'm going to have to declare more of what I need. I also need furniture. Okay, my friends. So when I get this new base in St. Paul, I am going to be furnishing it and I will need furniture. So if any of you have any lovely furniture that you would like to get rid of or donate to me or any of those things, please let me know that. I'm also going to need a truck to transport that furniture. So there we go. Ask for what you need, right? Ask for what you need, my friends. Okay, so let's move on to a different deck. I'm going to take one drink of water. If you guys have anything to say, please put it in the comment section. Absolutely love hearing from you. I will be speaking at Lake Harriet Spiritual Community in Minneapolis on January 22nd. It is my first speaking gig of the year. Super excited to be their keynote speaker at the 10:30 service. It's about 45 minutes on stage. It's a long chunk of time. The title of that talk is From Vision to Reality. And I already know that I'm going to be sharing some of my experience from the Camino de Santiago, from my 500-mile plus pilgrimage that I did through Spain in 2015. So I've already gotten that hit to share some of that during that talk. So if you are here local in Minneapolis or in the area, please, please, please come see me on January 22nd, 10:30 a.m. at Lake Harriet Spiritual Community in Minneapolis. It is a beautiful sanctuary and place and people and all of that. So I would love to see you in person and have you in the audience that day. Okay, so next cards. Oh, Anne Marie, you're saying what type of furniture you need, let you know. Okay, perfect. I totally will. I absolutely will. I got to get clear on that myself, but for sure, like dresser, nightstands, couches, not a lot. Like totally keeping it simple, my friends. Keep it simple. Keep it simple. Keep it high vibe, good quality, like all of that, you know? And I love looking at Marketplace too for some of that stuff and just getting ideas, you know, on like what matches me now, what matches me energetically right now at this phase, at this new phase of my life. Feng Shui too, that's what they're telling me. If you need to rearrange your furniture, do something different to your house, look at Feng Shui and how to arrange things energetically according to that. And I actually know a woman who is in Minnetonka who does interior design, Feng Shui style. And I met her at the last expo that I was at and had a booth at. And so if you want to know who she is, please reach out and I can share her contact info with all of you. Okay. Okay, so first card here for the collective. Again, remembering that we're still letting go of 2022. Okay, still releasing that year, still releasing that energy. Transitioning to 2023, it's the crumbling. So it's the tower, the crumble of the tower, and it says, what are you clinging on to? So a little journal prompt for all of you today, tonight, tomorrow morning. What am I clinging on to? Ask yourself that. What are you clinging on to? What is the time to let go of? And it doesn't always mean, like if you're clinging on to someone or clinging on to a relationship, doesn't always mean you have to let them go. Maybe there is some old energy that needs to transform within that you're clinging on to. Like maybe you're clinging on to the ideal that this is your sacred union romantic partnership, and it's really not. It's actually meant to be a friendship in your life. Okay? So just ask yourself that. What are you still clinging on to? What are you clinging on to from 2023 that it's time to let go of? For many of us, alcohol is one of those things, and I know that because I've declared that for myself and other people have, okay? And for a while, it feels really good to be alcohol-free. And I don't know for how long, but I just know that for a while, my body needs that, okay? So what is it for you? What are some maybe vices or habits or patterns that really aren't serving you well that it's time to let go of or clean up, okay? Awesome. So Gwen, hello. I saw you at the dock the other night. I was working, when you were there. And you are a certified feng shui practitioner too. Awesome. Mainly for purpose of buying and selling real estate. Yes, 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 yes. I have also helped, I actually have worked with some real estate agents, which has been awesome. And helped them clear some of their blocks that they had around abundance, because things were like really selling for them and then they stopped. And so we worked energetically with those blocks. And then I also sent one out in Scottsdale, my spray, and she was spraying my abundance spray in all of her homes. And it was amazing. Things totally turned around for her. I have a whole like review testimonial that she left me. Amazing woman. And so yes, and shifting the energy of a home to get it to sell. And Gwen, I'm sure you've experienced this. It is so true. It is so powerful. It is so real. It works, all of it. And I also had a friend who was trying to sell a home in Colorado up in the mountains. And I went there and I walked into the home and I'm like, oh my God, this home is dead. Because there was no one living in the home. There had been no activity in the home. There was no energy in the home. So what I told him, I go, you got to throw a party. You have to throw a party with hors d'oeuvres and wine and champagne and music and get everyone dancing. You have to get energy in this home, because people feel that when they walk in. They feel the energy of a home. And it was a beautiful, beautiful home, but the energy inside of it was dead. There was no energy, right? And so I don't know if he ever did it, because I didn't really keep in close contact with him, but it would have shifted the energy so that when people came to look at the home, they would have felt friendship and family. They would have felt people's energy that was high vibration. There would have been energy in the home, right? And people don't want to walk in a home that's dead. They want to walk in a home that's full of life. When my parents were selling their home, I said, get some fresh flowers, get some fresh fruit on the table. It was super clean. They had put so much of their stuff away, but they had also put a lot of their life away and boxed it up, right? And it's like, bring some living stuff into this home so that people who are looking at it feel life force energy. Okay. Brittany, Sue said you and your hubby are into building homes and things. Yes, yes, yes. Awesome. Oh, Gwen, yes, please reach out to me. I have things for you if you would like to shift all of that. Absolutely. And there'll be a new spray for 2023, because each year I make a different spray that contains different oils. I had my Christmas spray that some of you know about and purchased, and thank you so much for that. And my chakra bracelets too, that I sell and are customized with oils. And another tool that I will tell you is Young Living has an abundance oil, and it is so powerful. Okay, so I do not yet have a Young Living account. I will soon. But if you have one or know anyone that has one, the abundance oil from Young Living is like, that vibration is, it's real, it's powerful, it's effective. So I used it. I would put it on my third eye, my sacral center, and I would put it all over like perfume, just like a drop, 2 drops. It's really powerful, so you don't need much more than that. And literally it was an opening for my abundance to flow. Okay, so, and it's all about the vibration of a tool. So it's not that the tool is the means, is like everything, right? But it's just a tool that helps clear a block, that helps bring that energy and vibration into your field. That's what essential oils do. Okay. Next card, soul family. So important, soul family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Just real quick, we know that there was a lot of relationships that broke up the last 2 years and the last year. Okay. So many of those people, when they left their partner, maybe got into something pretty quickly. And I saw so many people leave a partner that was not a soul connection or a soul family. Okay, they were not soul connected. And if they had done their healing work, done their clearing work, opened things up, and met a partner that was divinely guided, met their sacred union partner, met a soul connection that came into their life, and they have beautiful partnerships and relationships now. okay? But we have to create space for it. So if we're clinging on to old relationships, friendships that are not serving us well, that maybe aren't soul connections, that were, a phase of our life that we needed lessons and healing to gain from, but now it's time to release those so something new can come in, only you know that. And only you are the one that can make those decisions, okay? But I just know that when I'm with soul family, with friends who were connected on a soul level, right? Or something, I feel so much peace. I feel so much joy. It feels so natural. We laugh so much. Belly laughs from the get-go. And you can't fake that stuff, my friends. You can't make that up. You can't pretend. You can't fake it. Either it is or it isn't. And it doesn't mean that these other people aren't an amazing asset to your life as well. There's just something so special and so unique about soul family and soul connections. Okay. So allow yourself to call more of that in, especially if you're feeling alone right now, or that you need to do it all alone. Like, call in your soul family, ask for what you need, ask for support, allow people to show up for you, and vice versa. Okay. Next card. Okay, awakening. Awakening. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being integration. So it is a woman who is like floating through the universe, or she's like surrendered to the universe. Okay, she's not trying to force things. She's not clinging on. She's in her feminine flow. She's in her receiving mode, arms open to receiving. As many of you know, the thing with energy work and energy clearing that I do is clearing out old energy so that you can be upgraded, so that you can allow a higher vibration into your field. And when we work energetically, it shifts stuff in the physical world. So if you have a block in your energy field, an attachment, a cord, a block in any of your energy centers, when we clear that, it is going to shift stuff in your physical world. Okay? So it's going to open up your abundance. It's going to open up your creativity. It's going to open up your heart. It's going to open up your communication, the throat chakra. Okay, all of those things, wherever the blocks are, and we clear them on an energetic level, it's going to open that up, and you're going to see the results in your physical world. And of course, we have to work with mindset, because the mind can block so many things. Okay, and that's what meditation's all about. That's what my guided meditations are all about, is working with the mindset and making sure the mind is also a clear, open channel, and that we're not caught in the monkey mind, in mind loops, in negative thought patterns, in a situation that might be outside of ourselves that we keep obsessing about, in worry and fear. We got to clear that up too, my friends, to put in higher vibrational things, higher vibrational thoughts, truth, right? The truth of the higher perspective, okay? So awakening, knowing you're getting energetic upgrades, this new way of being, and integrating that. So if you are tired a lot, if you're feeling called to rest, please honor that. Because when this new energy comes into your energetic field and your physical body, it takes time for the physical body to integrate. And the physical body needs to rest to integrate this higher vibration, this higher energy. Okay. So if you are in transition in between an old energy and a newer energy, and an up level and an energetic upgrade, which essentially we all are, especially in this turn of the year, right? Then we need that time to rest and integrate that higher vibration, okay? And as many of you know, what you're attracting into your world is an energetic match for what you are. So I love Wayne Dyer's quote, "We don't attract what we want. We attract what we are." And if we're not liking what we're attracting, or we're not liking what's showing up in our world, or what's being mirrored to us, then it's up to us to shift. It's up to us to shift, not to shift or control the outside world or control other people or try to get them to change. It's up to us to shift our energy. Change your thoughts, change your life. Change your energy, change your life. Okay? That's what my work is all about. So my friends, I'm going to pull one more card, and then I'm open to questions. I'm not doing any personal readings on this video, but again, I do have an offer for personal readings that I'm going to post below. Okay, So if you would like that 12 card spread to give you personal insight for 2023, know that that's available for you over email or over a live call. There are different prices for both. And money is energy, my friends. So remember that money is energy, and energy has to flow. So you can't just be receiving, hoarding it. It's give and receive, give and receive. It's the flow of energy. Energy in, energy out. Energy in, energy out. Money in, money out. Money in, money out. You know how many clients have told me, I started spending money and then I started making way more money. I'm like, yeah, of course. Because there was this block about putting all their money into savings or hoarding it or not spending it. And they were blocking more money from coming in because they weren't putting any out into the world, or they were putting very little out into the world. Okay, so money is energy, and I want you to remember that. When you respect your money respects you. Okay, so as long as you're spending it in a way that's aligned for you, in a way that's right for you, not mindless spending, right? It's a respect thing, okay? Because money is energy. I know that for sure. I've seen my abundance super open and I've seen it super blocked, right? And there's so many things that affect that. Our relationships affect it, our health affects it, our mindset, our energy, if there's something going on in our world that's off or not aligned, like that's going to block up a lot of other areas. Okay, we know that. Okay, so last card for the collective. It says healing is happening. Okay, healing is happening. You're not broken. Trust the process. It's safe to soften. Okay. You're not broken. Trust the process. It is safe to soften. So feminine energy is that softening, that receptivity. The feminine energy is all about receiving. Okay, so do you have a hard time receiving? Are you always giving? Can you receive from other people? Okay. Yeah, so healing is happening. Healing is happening for all of us, for the collective. Healing is happening, okay? And in that process, a lot of stuff is being exposed, and a lot of darkness is coming to light. The light is shining upon those things that have been hidden, that have been buried, okay? Both within our own personal lives, right? Stuff that's being revealed and exposed in our personal lives, and within the collective. It's inevitable that would happen. So, the process of healing, remember that. All right, let me see if there's anything else. Again, just transitioning from 2022 to 2023. First new moon of the year, January 22nd, lunar new year, January 22nd. Okay, so we're in the process of transition. Using your voice is so important. Allowing yourself to live heart and soul. So tuning in to your whispers of your heart, tuning into the wisdom of your soul, not just living in the physical, materialistic world. There's so much more for us here. Allowing yourself to live in the spiritual realms and to work with your higher chakras, to get communication from your spirit guides, from your loved ones on the other side, all of that. That is possible for every single one of us. Just because I had a spiritual awakening when I was 28 in 2008 and all of that stuff opened up for me, doesn't mean that I'm special or unique in any way. Every single one of us can open that communication up. It's just that so many people are scared of it. So many people don't believe it. Society tells us not to believe it. And there's so much more here than the physical world that is playing out, my friends. And it's very, very magical and mystical and sacred to be able to access the non-physical world and the other dimensions and the other things that are happening here that maybe we can't see. It doesn't mean they're not happening. I feel them all the time. So many of you do too. So you can own that and embrace that and embody that and live the truth of who you are without having to hide any of it. Remember, 2023 is the year where we expose ourselves, where we come out of the truth of who we are. No more hiding, right? Where we're getting all of this information, knowledge, wisdom out into the world. Okay? So allow yourself to be out there, shining your light, doing your work, spreading your knowledge, owning the truth of who you are. No more hiding behind the masks. No more hiding, even like extra weight on your body. Okay, so this is a personal thing for me. My weight has gone up and down so many times over the years, so many times. Okay, I still have extra weight on me. And I know that the extra weight is a form of like protection. Okay, because I haven't had my own base for so long, my body has held extra weight to protect me from other people's energy that I've been living with. And I feel like extra weight is a form of a mask. So it's not like the highest truth of who we are, right? It's kind of like a mask that is over our bodies. And I see my highest potential, not just in my physical body and all these other ways, right? But it's up to me to shed that mask, to shed that weight, to allow myself to be in my truest essence and highest potential. And so many people around you would be like, oh my God, but you're so beautiful, but you're so this, but you're so that, but you're like, but I know within me my truth. I know what I'm capable of. I know when I feel my best. I know what weight I'm at and what physique I'm at when I'm at my best. Okay? And we have to challenge ourselves to go there and to live that. Right? So allow those masks to shed, and anything else that is a layer over you that is not the truth of who you are, allow that all to be shed and step into your highest, greatest potential for 2023. I'm here to support you in that. Reach out if you would like a one-on-one session. I'm going to post the details of the personal readings below. I'll post my website, I'll post my SoundCloud. There's lots of support for you here. All right, my friends, if you're just joining us, I'm going to wrap this up. We're done. But you can go back and listen to this video and get any of the collective message. There were so many messages that came through in this reading. This is for all of you, collectively, insight for 2023. All right. Thank you for joining me, my friends. Much love. Happy New Year to all of you. Honor the quiet. Honor your time for solitude. Honor your time for reflection. And then 2023 is all about aligned action, guided action. Taking that action. We are the ground crew here. Remember that. Much love, my friends, and I'll see you again very soon.